It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. We all love Boomhauer. Blah, 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 Frampa Joe.
It's just dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about it, blue, red, man. Then you get to one side and then you like messed up the other side.
Hi, this is the Off-Air Podcast. I'm Liam. Ben.
Hello there.
Belle. Notable absence. Producer Andy.
Present, and I have business with the flag.
Wonderful. I do as well,
Thanks
actually.
for following the rules, sir. I feel like I implied that I raised that a while ago and then no one followed it, so I kind of stopped. But I like when someone says I have business when it comes to them.
I
said to do that, you
do.
guys said
Keeps
no.
it clean.
I often have...
What?
I said, aren't we doing that
what do you
thing?
know-
And everyone went, no.
No, I find it weird because I start the podcast and I've got business. So it's like, it would be me starting me like, hi, Liam, I got business. I mean, I can.
Wouldn't bother me.
Okay, well, yeah,
Oh,
fine.
God, that sound. Sybil,
You had two choices.
you came in late.
You had a choice. You
came in late. You came in late to work and to this podcast.
I
So
came
that's
in
two
late
strikes.
to work, and you guys were, I don't know what you were doing, and then rolling around for 45 minutes,
Well, look,
then showing videos to each other.
they were very funny. Producer Tina.
Hello.
Oh my God, I've lost.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, the table's going up. Sorry, I thought I was losing the gas in my seat. Mace Dog
Hi.
and Jack.
Present.
Gang's here. First bit of business I wanted to flag. 2:30. Feels a bit early. What do we think?
What are you talking about? It's 4:30.
It's 4:30 now, but we got
Yeah,
here
I
at
know.
2:30. It still felt a bit early.
We've still got an hour and a half.
It's
Feels like we've got a long time. Like, I don't know.
I agree, but I also think
We can be more
let's-
productive in the time.
Yes, I agree with that as well. But I would say, why don't we give it a week?
Yeah.
And for me to drop it back another half an hour to 3, I would need another week of case study before I can make a decision.
okay. That's fine.
Tomorrow-
Well, Belle obviously already decided that 3 was
Yep.
the
I came in
starting time.
earlier than you came in yesterday, and I went
What?
straight into our
You
OneDrive.
literally didn't. My car was here first. And then I was speaking to
Yeah,
people
and
in
then
the
you
office.
rolled in.
No, I was speaking to people in the office because I'm a good team man. I'm like a Mr. Nova. You
And
know?
I also texted. I texted
That's his
12 minutes before. I texted at 2:18 saying, "Hey, I'm going to be a bit late because I'm stuck on Punt Road."
a couple of things. Tomorrow we have a lot more to do external to the show planning.
Yes.
Like we have we're recording a thing.
So you
and all
think
that kind of thing.
3:30, but just work real hard?
No.
No, okay.
I also
Oh,
think
fuck,
that
yeah.
we didn't like it. It might be skewed today because you came in a good 70 minutes before we started talking about the show.
What do you mean?
You got in at 2:10 today, and we didn't start talking about the show
And
until
you're not-
about
and I'm-
3:20.
and we still feel like I've got too much time.
That's almost an argument for coming in
like
later.
that's a reverse argument because
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
well,
like
yeah.
today.
Yeah, but you need
I-
your buffer time because you guys
really.
always need time to.
I think
roll around
But this is
and-
it's the thing is it's a hard start now on the show. So if you and let's be real, like even when we're
Did
coming
we have
in,
a soft start?
well we did because we already came in with like a half prepped show and then
Yeah.
you know
Right,
yeah
okay.
yeah.
I would say start later because pressure makes diamonds.
Hell yeah, dog!
Let's start at 5. Let's start at 5. I reckon,
Those are
My
my words
guy.
of wisdom.
dude.
Oh my God.
Such a thing. It's like if you I don't know. I just feel like we have too much time.
I don't mind. It doesn't bother me.
I think what should happen is we should have this sliding scale of okay, so we're starting this time tomorrow, but we know we're gonna do this extra bit which we've lined up, or we're gonna go film that thing tomorrow, and we plan our weeks out better, so we know like okay, Thursday's gonna be a big day, but
Can we
Tuesday,
code them like a
let's-
code 2? Like it's a code 2
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And we know
You
that
say
means
it's code
3:30.
3. No,
Yeah.
wouldn't code 2 be 2:30? Code
What do we
3 is
do
3.
like
code 4
color
is 4.
coding?
We're
Like
gonna need,
code
like,
red,
God.
code
One of
blue.
those clocks in Harry Potter with Mrs. Weasley where it has where everyone bloody is before they come in.
Yeah.
So a code 3.
Weasley, where
Or-
have you been?
I should get you in one of my videos.
If we do
mate.
code red, it means we need like heaps of time. So we come in at 2.
Yeah.
Code orange is like 2:30. Code. any
Oh
suggestions?
yeah,
We're
you're
gonna
thinking like a
remember
fire scale,
Code
like almost
brown,
like
10
Yeah.
a.m.
So the more urgent it is, the earlier we come in.
yeah. Or
Brown?
there's the hospital scale as well. I know Sarah talks about like code blues and code blacks and stuff. Like if it's a code black, I'm pretty sure that's like someone's on the loose in the hospital with a weapon or something like that.
If you
So
come
that's
in,
pretty
That for
serious.
us too, I reckon.
we've
pretty
got that
serious.
in. I'm pretty sure we've got that same thing here.
We've got
Is
a
anyone
wonderful
familiar with it?
receptionist
no.
Vicky knocking the emergency button with her knee once a week.
Yeah, did you? The funniest
When
part about that
taxi
was,
ride in the other week.
Yes. She knocked it, and then obviously it sets off the alarm and like wires to the whole office.
Literally-
And there's like TVs that you can see reception to see
Yes.
if she's actually alright.
We were just about to do taxi ride, and Jason was walking in, and obviously no one recognises. Like, well, half the people would from the taxi ride days, and then other people like, who's this? This person doesn't work here, and it was like, intruder alert, intruder alert. Everyone's like, wow, this intruder's dressed really well.
So what would be the like starting at like 4?
Well, I've got the colour coding system up for the hospital if we want to go through it. So for fire, it's a code red
Makes sense.
or smoke. Medical emergency is
Code
code blue.
I knew that.
Any guesses on a code purple?
Code.
Lockdown. Some sort of.
Security, no.
Well, yeah, it is. It's security related.
Patient, like, gone missing.
Violent patient.
Is that an intruder?
No,
Is it like outbreak of disease?
no, good guess though.
Gunshot.
No, but we're getting warmer.
Run out of medicine.
Weapon. Police, call the police.
Active shooter in the hospital.
Bomb threat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Well, I don't know what...
It's a code purple.
I don't know what purple
Ben's
says,
saying
like bomb.
bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like code red. Oh, that kind of makes sense. But
I think we're getting there.
What about code? I'll just tell you. Code yellow. That's
weed their
infrastructure
bed.
and other internal emergency.
Yellow.
Kind of a boring one.
No, it means the hospital's falling down, sir.
Yeah.
Is it?
Or it could be like there's a burst pipe or something.
Yeah,
like that,
okay,
or,
yeah.
Do you know I did a tour of the Royal Adelaide Hospital before it opened, and they got halfway through the middle. There's this like rubber thing, and the whole building has like a layer of rubber in the middle. So if there's an earthquake, it's like
Moves.
earthquake proofed. Yeah. So like, a disastrous earthquake could hit Adelaide, and,
what?
the hospital would still
And
be standing.
my dad, as a master of disaster management, was involved with that.
Is that right?
Was
That's
he?
his
How about
role
that?
with the hospital.
Yeah.
wait, your dad's a master of disaster?
He's a master of
That's his
disaster.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
He's-
2 degrees of separation right there.
Am I right?
Is it
Am I
still the
right?
most expensive building in Australia? Did I hear that once?
Uh,
Including, I guess, all
No.
the equipment in it. No, I heard that.
No, I'm pretty sure it like costs like $4 billion to build the Royal Adelaide
Yeah.
Hospital.
Cheapers.
Do you know at the time when I
bit
was
of money.
I feel like Liam's dad would be sweating if there was a few cracks showing during an earthquake.
yeah, when I got shown that really cool feature and I rubbed my hand across the rubber and I said, I wonder if I'm going to work with the guy's son.
Yeah.
One day.
Code black.
Oh, I know that.
Yep.
Yeah, code black is if you need, like, there's someone out of control, and if you need code black someone, you hit them with you hit them with the injection.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's personal threat.
Yeah. So like if you were a nurse, you'd call code black on someone if they were being
If they're
violent
lying.
towards you, and someone would come in
The
and
doctor comes with the Ativan. And
in the neck.
And last one here, code brown.
Oh dear, yeah, they get a few of them in the hospital.
That's an external emergency.
You got
Yeah, I see. I get where you're going, and very well put, Ben. Very well put. Very above board. I thought we handled that
External
well.
Emergency
Like
then?
It'd be like
environment.
if there was a fire outside the hospital rather than inside the hospital. So it's like you need to be aware of it, but it's not a current
Alright.
in the
If there was an earthquake,
So-
is that kind of a yellow
Belle,
and a brown?
seriously,
Is that
if you
Or if there's an
at all?
earthquake, do
Yeah.
they just not care because they're so confident in the infrastructure?
So how do we? So the real question is: are we, after hearing the hospital color system, is that what we want to adopt?
Yeah,
So like in the group
We
chat,
send like
say,
an emoji, like
hey,
we send a
code
black emoji. Yeah,
code black today.
Code black would be like get in early, right? Like code black's like it's.
Well, the
I
thing
would
is, these
say
are
it should go the
You
other
would
way.
say-
It's more the more severe is the later because you're
Yes.
cutting it fine.
Yes.
yeah,
Depends
yeah.
what severe is severe does. Is a personal threat more severe than
Yeah.
infrastructure?
But the thing
To
is,
me,
though,
it is.
because the point of the hospital system is they're all pretty severe. Like, they're all
Yeah,
serious.
You're not calling one of the codes.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
but I would
pink,
agree.
everyone's
I would
happy.
agree with Belle.
Coming
If
at
you're
4.
getting in at 2, that would be code green because you've got the most amount of time
Yeah.
to sort your shit out.
Was there a
yeah.
curable green?
Okay, I get you.
But I was thinking, but because you don't
Disagree.
really want, you don't want anyone to say, yeah, it's a 2 p.m. today, so that's like a code red. It's like, guys, code red, we have to come at 2.
What about if we just...
I get what Ben's saying. So you know what I mean? Like it's
You're
like
saying it as a bad thing when you have to come into work. Whereas, I
whereas
see
a
it as
green
bad
is
thing.
like a 5 p.m. start is a
That's
green.
you're in the green,
What
guys.
are the-
Yeah.
That would
What
be
are the-
red because you've got minimal time to
No, see,
plan
they're
the show.
saying, mate, they're
Yeah,
saying
no,
it sucks to be at
that's a
work.
good thing, yeah.
They're not grateful.
No word of a lie. I feel like
Let's mix it.
4:30.
Are you serious?
I reckon we could do one day just to see how it feels.
5:30.
I put it this
Hour
way.
and a half.
Okay.
I think on a I wouldn't want to do that every day. I'd want to have enough stuff in the can,
Like a
sort of
Friday.
going over to.
Could I request that we try that day on Tuesday the 26th of March?
Nope.
Absolutely not.
If we started at 4:30 today, we'd be screwed, I reckon.
Wait,
Oh,
well,
big
hang
time, I
on.
reckon.
Today, yeah, we
Well, no, because today, I think today there's a bit of stuff on. I reckon I agree if we had an absolute clear schedule, like no videos, no external meetings, no other business, you could plan a show in an hour and a half.
But also,
We always used to at breakfast. We had an hour and a half, and that was 3 hours.
Yeah, sure, but we stayed for 4 hours after planning the following day's
Totally.
show or other stuff. So, like the other day when you wrote the skit, the children's one,
Yep.
If we come in at 4:30 and that idea comes to us at 5:20, that skit doesn't happen.
I think it does.
Don't know about that.
Pressure makes diamonds.
I think it does. I get you. No, I get you.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay, sorry, just circling back. If we were to try on that day, we could just like have some things like to carry over, or I'd be happy to come in earlier in the day and then leave for a bit and then come back.
What's this for?
When is
so-
this? What? The 27th?
26.
So about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, I booked in a freaking VicRoads appointment. And I've called them
Yes.
twice,
I've
and
got
they
one of
will
those
not
coming
let
up.
me reschedule.
When is it?
And if I don't reschedule, if I
no, they are
the
annoying.
earliest,
I'll give
the
you that.
earliest time I
Me
can
too.
get it booked in, I will be driving without a license for a month.
Yeah, I know. I've
so
been
when
there.
is the appointment? When is the
I'm
appointment?
never rude to customer service, but this morning on the phone, it was the second time I've called them, and I said, I'm sorry, but I cannot understand how it's 2024, and you're telling me that I can't reschedule an appointment that's still 2 weeks away, and I've given you a heads up already.
Karen behaviour.
No,
I'm
I back
sick
you
of
in,
it.
Sybil.
I'm
No.
sick of, and he said, well, you're just going to drive without a license. And I said, but I booked this ages ago. I've called twice to rebook it. And they're like, oh, you could go to Broadmeadows in a month and a half. I'm like, but
I just don't have the spots.
How long?
I think
why
it's
can't
ridiculous.
you do
have
it
to
online? Why can't we do it? Like, why
Yeah,
can't we
I
have more
agree.
places? They got rid of multiple places around Victoria a few
Yeah.
years
You
ago.
can't
for
even just
did,
no
walk
yeah.
in
reason.
either. Like,
Yeah.
bring back Service SA.
Yeah.
It's insane
It's
to
a
me.
horrible, horrible
Question.
system.
I've got one coming up, so I'm voting yes to you having that time off.
What time? You
What
never said
time's your
what
appointment
time.
and where?
It's in Carlton.
Yeah.
It's 3 p.m. Now, I booked that when we were doing breakfast.
But why don't you go and come back?
That's what I said. Could I please? I'll come early
Come in
that
for
day.
10 minutes and then go.
No. I'll come at like midday. I'll pitch
Oh,
some stuff, do some
it'll be
topical
counted
stuff.
as a sick
then
day,
I'll
but
leave.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
if you
it's
want,
a sick
yeah.
day, but you can.
Then I'll
of course.
leave, have my appointment, and
Absolutely.
then come back.
Well, yeah,
it'll be shown on the
Because
record,
old mate
but-
in frickin' VicRoads won't let me reschedule.
Absolutely.
Question:
Question.
Granted.
How long ago did you book that appointment?
It would have been like start of Feb.
Really?
Yeah.
The closest you can get. I booked mine. I booked mine.
It's harder to beep
What
stuff
are we
now.
at?
It is harder to beat stuff.
12:45.
Sorry.
Don't look at that time. You got to look at that
13.
time.
I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
I booked mine in February, and the closest I could get was April 5th,
Yeah.
Insane.
and you had to pay $20.
And so then he goes, oh, well, you've got to pay the rescheduling fees.
Yep.
And I said, what do you mean? I'm not booking a new appointment. He goes, you've got to pay $30 now. I was like, but I've paid $25. He's like, well, you got to pay $30 to rebook. That's insane.
My quick
Swine.
VicRoads story was I recently was as in like in the last 12 months changed my license over from SA to Vic, and I had to change my license plates as well on the car, and I forgot to bring a screwdriver, and I could see the woman
you did
behind the
this on
counter.
air.
Yeah, I did. I had a rave about it because I could see she had a screwdriver,
Yeah.
and she would not give it to me. She would not let me use a screwdriver,
insane.
and I was like, "You are a human. I am a human. I need a screwdriver for 5 seconds. Can I
Totally.
please use it?" She's like, "No, I cannot give it to you."
Whereas I had that
Ridiculous.
good
Then I
experience.
had to go to Bunnings and buy one, come back, and then change the license plate.
Yeah, I had
joke.
the experience of same thing. I had to change mine, but a lovely man there said, "Don't worry, I will come and do it for you," because he
Well,
had
there
his
you go.
screwdriver.
There's a solution.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Sarah drove to Morwell, which is
Yeah, that's right.
she drove to Morwell,
That's
got there, and they went, "Oh, it's not under your name. We can't do it." And then she started crying, and then they let her do it, and then she drove 2 hours back.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Scudder had one where there was 2 VicRoads in the same suburb, but he went to the wrong one,
Oh,
and but they were about to close, so he had to run down the street with his. Excuse my language.
Oh, Jack.
oh, Jack. I
I'm
mean,
doing it. I'm
for
editing it.
goodness
so.
sake.
Whereas, like, yeah, living in Adelaide, like in Mount Barker, there was an what's it called?
Service SA.
Service
You just
SA.
walked in.
You just walked in. Yeah.
I walked in there multiple times. And they were always like, yeah.
Yeah.
Belle, how are you?
Oh god, do you know
all
what?
good.
This is annoying because I have to change. I've got my rego and I'm
Do it
Queensland.
6 months in advance.
Well, I'm Queensland and my rego expires in April.
Yeah,
so
so
gotta
I'm
start
going
now.
to say
I'm
you should.
still
Where was
SA.
where was Sarah's appointment?
Morwell.
You have to go to Morwell for that.
Well, I think at this point in time, I'm probably just going to renew
So
as Queensland.
So the guy on the phone, he goes, "So what's your license?" And I said, "It's an SA license." And he goes, "We'll just renew that." And I said, "But I don't live there anymore." And he goes, "Yeah, right. We can't do that."
Your faders are up to.
No one else would have heard that, so he would have heard silence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he just was, and you could tell that he'd had this conversation 1,000 times. He did not give two hoots, and he was like, "Well, you just have to drive. You just can't drive. You don't have a license." I was like, "Well, do I get a slip saying I booked an appointment?" He's like, "No."
I'm messing around with buttons.
So anyway,
Yeah.
could I please
it's annoying, it's
attend
frustrating.
this stupid appointment?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's,
That
I
sounds
think
horrific.
We'll give you that one.
Thanks.
We'll
Thank
give you
you.
that one.
On the record as a sick day, but absolutely. So timing-wise, why don't we just do a couple more shows and then we make a call on that?
I think tomorrow's a 2:30. We'll keep it as a 2:30, but it's a sliding scale. Ideally, there's some things locked in where you have earlier days for bigger things.
Yep.
Which helps you out later in the week.
Yeah,
but,
I do think a genuine problem is having too much time because you overthink it. I also don't want to undercook it. Having said that, I had an idea while Belle was talking. We should do the pressure show, and we come in at 5:55.
What
and we
is
have
going
5 minutes to plan a show.
That's so funny.
That's a fun show idea.
Yeah.
Like we have no pre-planning, and we have to put a show to air. That's fun.
I think that's funny.
And,
Funny,
that feels like an Andy idea.
It would fall on.
I don't think it would, man.
But I know that like 16 Queers would get away with that. Andy can write that. You can write that, Bell.
So I have to but I have to come in at 5:55 as well.
Absolutely,
like everyone does.
absolutely. Everyone comes in at 5:55. It's the pressure show.
Oh, lit.
Would we even
Okay,
dub
okay.
it?
Nervous.
I think, and I don't think we even dub it as the pressure show on air. We just try and carry out a normal show, and then we'll inform the off-air podcast. It's like, today we rocked up and we left.
This is the
Today
pressure show.
was the pressure.
This is what it sounds like. Was that better or worse?
Because I love the idea of you are having ideas on the fly, kind of like this podcast,
if we all
where it
came in with
genuinely
one
is.
thing, you'd be fine.
There'd be no bits or anything though.
Would we
But
say
But would that be a rule though? Would you be allowed to not like if we had a bit, then that's kind of easy
no
to plan.
pre-records?
No pre-records. I feel like you can't float an idea of like, oh, I had this one earlier. Like, I prepared this earlier. Here's an idea. Like, it needs to kind of be organic.
Do we do like
Pressure show. You have, to
Pressure
have,
show.
you have to have an empty mind when you walk in the room.
Yeah,
Welcome
We
it's
do
the
a-
honesty
to the
system.
studio.
Yeah.
we do 1 week where we say the pressure show will be this week, and on
that?
Friday you have to guess which show was the pressure show.
Yeah, that's funny. That's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
I think we'll be able to tell.
I don't think they will. Pressure makes
Anyway, that's just a suggestion. I like that. I feel like the Alpha Squad would like the pressure show.
Fun.
Any
for sure.
business.
Andy, sir.
I do. One of my OCD things is that as soon as I see that there's a new Apple software update, I have to update my phone there and then, so I can't like wait. So
Yeah.
has everyone updated their phone software to the new
not
iOS?
yet.
I
I
put
didn't
mine
even know
off
there is
until
one.
it does it.
Yeah,
and
same.
yells at me.
Really,
I don't even have one, I don't think.
really cool feature of the new thing is auto transcript. So we now get a transcript of our pods.
Can I read a bit?
You sure can, Sarah.
That's
Does it say
awesome.
who's talking?
No, it's not a soft. It's like an AI thing where, like, it's a live transcript.
It's our off-air pod
So,
show.
hang on, can I turn it
Is it
down?
accurate?
Is this translating?
Yeah, no, it's saying it's a transcript of what we did on the
It
off-air
listens to
yesterday.
the audio and then
And
Yeah,
then
okay.
AI writes the
Try,
script.
try to read something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that's probably fair because if you're deaf,
Yeah.
you can read it.
Here we go. I've just scrolled a random bit from the other day.
Makes sense.
We can talk about strikes until the cows come home, but I think the overlying strike really comes from what happened on Friday with that god-awful team day we had. I have not had that shit of a time in years. I had an awful time. I really did. You were miserable. I was so miserable.
Hey,
I was so grumpy.
does it know when someone else is talking?
It literally spaces it out to it. So
Right. There's no name on it.
no. This has nothing to do with our podcast. It just the phone hears it and writes it down.
so
and
clever,
shows
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's scary, actually.
you. Live captions.
So funny.
It's cool, isn't it?
Actually, just caption them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, I'm understanding. I'm just reading this now. So
I'm reading the
no worries.
update now. I haven't done it yet, but it says this update, this is iOS 17.4, introduces new emojis and transcripts in Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And includes other
Clever.
features, bug fixes, and security updates.
My phone actually transcribes any audio that plays from it.
And what is that, an Oppo?
No, it's Google.
Huawei.
No, they don't have. They don't sell phones in the West anymore. Well,
Have you ever done that thing on your iPhone where you go to passwords and then it has security recommendations?
Yes.
Mine's got like 73 security
Dodgy
recommendations.
passwords.
So it's
Mine
like
too.
it knows you've been
Breached,
hacked in different weird third-party websites, and it's like you should change this because
Yeah.
you're going to get hacked. But I just never change it.
Oh, the notification where it says we've
You
stopped.
should change it
however
because
many.
I did get hacked. My Spotify got hacked because
But there's
of that,
but there's
and it was
73.
awful.
Like, what do you do? 73
Does
changes?
it not
I
let
should
you
have
do it
done it
automatically?
because it's not worth it.
Like where you click and then just resets the password.
But then I feel weird trusting my phone to remember that. Like, what if I don't know it and then I?
Well, your
never-
phone.
you
If
can
you don't
save
trust
it.
your phone
I
that much,
write
your phone
all
could be
mine in
lying
my
to you,
notes.
Yeah.
My notes have all my passwords.
Don't you find
Really?
it
Bad
weird
idea.
that
It's easier to hack.
Does anyone use the passcode feature though on the iPhone where it
No, it gives you like
pre-writes
a
and
big
saves
like
it?
Oh,
15
no.
thing with
Oh
gobbledygook.
no,
Psychopathic.
that's
That
insane.
stuff.
That's nuts.
I've started doing that.
No.
But it's scary because you have to trust your
Yes,
phone
to
is going to
remember.
remember it.
But then also, I'm like, well, who made that password?
And I worry that what
I
if
think they know.
if someone's going to hack me, wouldn't they just hack into my password
thing, yeah,
save
the hack-
and
yeah.
they've got like
Exactly.
a cheat sheet?
You got
the
everything
best
there.
bit.
It's
I
like
know,
my
yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
It takes a bit longer to punch in, but they got it all.
Yeah.
Did you have business name or beeswax, as I call it?
No.
Macy has to leave.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're
Soon.
we're
Oh, I
done.
think we're going now.
Yeah,
I'd like to
sorry.
give Liam a little round of applause for his beautiful SpawnCon on Monday.
Yeah.
Very
good.
good. I was like, whoa, it's a skit. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Was it for a
Bloody
beer?
done SpawnCon.
For a beer. Yeah, my favourite beer actually.
How many
Byron
of those do you
Bay
have in your fridge now?
beer. Oh, I got a slab.
full.
Got a slab. For
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
That's more than that.
Yes, I made it.
Goodness.
I made it. Look, yeah,
Yeah.
movie magic.
No, it's very
Yeah.
Good on you, sir.
It
I
was
must
a
admit,
great idea.
I saw you did a video, but I scrolled up.
Yeah.
No, that's because I saw it was SpawnCon.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, I'm like, oh,
And
not
most
really.
people
No,
do.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's just SpawnCon. But I was like, I wasn't going to leave like an angry comment, but I was like, I feel like as a consumer, I see SpawnCon and go, I don't really care.
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
SpawnCon.
Yeah, I'm the same, but I saw it's Liam. and
I've
I
got
was
it.
like, ooh.
Just a heads up. There's a bit of SpawnCon coming out over the next
More?
few things. You'll
For
see.
them.
No, for various other.
Yeah, right.
So you can,
Look at you go.
I'm making a real play
Is
for
this
it this
through your
year.
management, or did you get DMs from them?
Nah, some sliding into my DMs.
Wow, look at you.
good.
Thank you.
Great. I only saw like one negative comment. So that's good.
Was that with one of your Finster accounts or?
I'm the one that just said I wanted to congratulate you.
What did they
Thank you,
say?
Appreciate that.
Oh, someone just tagged them out and said, no, he's doing SpawnCon or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
so?
Keyboard warriors, Liam. Don't listen to
I'm
him.
alright. I'm alright. You know what can you do about it?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's nice of you, Bill.
Yeah, I was really
Can you like
happy
one of my
for
posts one day?
Probably not.
Belle or Ben hasn't liked one of my posts in probably about 2 years. I
Why would
reckon.
I like it though?
It's
No,
weird
but
to
it's
like
what
stuff,
you do
yeah.
is you go like, oh, I saw that post you did, and I'm like, okay, so you're acknowledging it in real life, but then you're
But
not.
you get like 100 freaking thousand likes. You don't
Oh,
need
a bit
us.
more than that.
Yeah, you don't need us. Why?
Also, they're
It's
telling you
different,
they
you
like
know,
it in
it's-
real
Maybe he
person.
does these videos hoping
It's your friends.
one of
that-
us
yeah,
will
I'm
like it.
I'm like, how much big? 20 million views, and I just want one like from Belle.
No, I do find liking things weird.
Yeah, I
I
don't
bookmark things. I save things.
I do. I bookmark a
Yeah,
lot.
but
yeah.
I don't save.
Yeah.
Do you ever go back and
bookmarks.
watch your bookmarks?
Well, the bookmarks
I
are like
do,
these
yeah.
are the best camping spots,
Well,
or these are the best trails
bookmarking
to
for me
walk,
is a
or-
real. That's a funny video. I'm gonna show my wife, and then in bed we watch funny saved videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I bookmark useful things, but
I will. Yeah, I've
send
been waiting
funny
for the.
things
I've
to
actually got
Maisie.
in
does.
next to my bed. I've got like a little like I scratched the day
About
since
Dad.
since the last acknowledgement online from either of my friends.
I acknowledge you in person.
I got a
Andy,
Randy,
Andy,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
Andy
I got a
does.
Randy.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, we
Nice
shouldn't-
dog,
we shouldn't
Tina,
judge-
Jack, all good.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't judge friendship off likes, you know?
I like your
liked-
stuff.
I'd rather tell you in person. I really enjoyed that. That's more
I
one
think
on
it's just
one.
like publicly not wanting to.
But I also thank you for liking my stuff because I need likes. Do you know I'm 3 followers away from 7,000? How
7 or
exciting.
6?
Oh, maybe 6.
Getting ahead of yourself there, Jackson.
Oh yeah, 6.
Pump the
I'm
brakes
on
there.
5997. Very exciting times.
If you follow her, just check the old.
Hey, what are you on,
follow,
Gibbsy?
follow. Yeah.
Not that many. Let me
Yeah.
have a gaze.
You're almost on that many.
Be
Yeah.
careful though,
A
Belle.
lot of people are.
Because when
5,474.
Nipping at your heels.
I went from a clean 30 to 29.
That's
Oh.
Yeah, because I just don't post anything anymore.
Yeah.
So like, I just slowly lose. I guess Triple J people.
But I wonder
just
what,
slowly lose.
like, if you're not posting anything, I would be less. I'd be less surprised if you were posting stuff that annoyed people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
And that Triple J people would just Nova stuff, and then
I
they were
guess
like,
it's like
You
if
just
you-
slowly.
If you have a
mine's
sample
slowly
of
whittled.
if you have a sample of 30,000 people, I guess it's not unrealistic to think of those 30,000.
someone's doing a call.
Once every
I think
like
they're
three or
bots
four a
as well.
week
I think
are
they're all just
going.
bots.
Oh, why do I
Yeah.
follow him
But
still? Or
plus,
bots. Yeah.
I'm more likely to unfollow someone if I've forgotten that I've followed them and I see a post out of the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happened to me today. I saw a guy and I've never seen him in my life. I was like, who is this man? So I just unfollowed him.
I'm sure that's
I
what
think
they were
he's-
talking about,
Yeah.
Ben. You know, who is this man?
Okay, I'm gonna love you and leave you.
All right, see you next
Bye.
time.
Yeah.
Bye, boom.
Yes.
Are we done now?
I think we're done, yeah.
Jesus,
What
what the hell?
Guys.
What is wrong with you?
What happened? What happened? Andrew threw
Shot a
back.
pile of post-its at me for no reason.
I'm sorry, I was trying to throw them at Macy, and they went over there. I'm sorry about that.
It's because I'm a woman, isn't it?
Well, so is Macy, to be fair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got 3 women on this side.
Oh, that'll be funny.
Shit us.
What about Tina?
Can I explain? I was trying to frisbee it out the door when Macy was leaving, and obviously they're not very aerodynamic. They landed on Belle.
Oh, well. Seems fair.
Sorry about
fair.
that, Sybil.
Right of reply, Sybil.
Go ahead.
I'm used to it. No, I'm used to it.
You can't be. I've never thrown
Being a
post-it
female,
notes ever.
you get a lot of shit thrown at you.
You throw it back.
I feel like there's a
'cause I'm
wave.
a nice
I
person.
feel like there's a wave of shit coming your way in the opener today as well.
With my hat.
I don't know. I don't want to get into it now, but
Yeah.
a whole.
But I
This
wore
is
the
the-
hat. I wore the hat because
This is
on
the
the show
problem with doing the
yesterday.
off-air pod before a show starts
Yeah.
is we have to hold some of
Hold
that
some of
gunpowder
that.
dry.
Yeah.
Help some of the carry.
I'm flagging though. On the show yesterday, I said I've started wearing a hat, and then you said, "Ugh," and then so today I wore the hat in for content for you
Yeah, I
because
feel,
I'm
yeah, you're cool
Hashtag
like that.
content
You're
first.
cool like that. Sweet.
Let's get out of here, dude.
Yeah, let's go and twiddle our thumbs for an hour.
Yeah,
before
we've
the show
got, never got an
starts.
hour.
See what I'm saying, dude?
I'm gonna cut some. I got some audio to cut.
I don't come to work to eat dinner though. That to me is not.
I want to eat with my wife. He wants to
Yeah.
eat with his wife.
Some of us
and
have families.
Son.
Oh, that's,
Rub it in.
don't need to remind us of that.
I remind
Brutal.
everyone
No, it's
every day,
fine,
Tina.
It's fine,
Brutal.
Tina. It's alright.
Alright.
We'll get there one day.
Probably not.